Well, a new Chinese artificial intelligence app is shaking up the tech world and the stock market, and it casts doubt that the U.S. is winning the tech race. The startup company called DeepSeek's AI Assist app jumped to the top of the Apple App Store and wiped over $1 trillion off the U.S. stock market. Kurt, the cyber guy, joins us now. What is it about this that rocked us?
Well, the timing is number one. So you have this huge innovation where the Chinese have developed essentially, which it's like a very similar product that OpenAI's ChatGPT, where we can prompt, ask something like, who is Brian Kilmeade? Or solve, how do I garden in my backyard with this much space? You know, it answers complex, reasoned questions that you ask it. So this was done, the copy that they did, called DeepSeek, was done with 200 people in a room without the necessary computing power that come from the world giant NVIDIA.
They say $6 million
is probably what it costs. I don't know if that's true or not, but it couldn't have cost that much. But here it is that they figured out how to make something that we're saying in the U.S. is going to require data farms, massive investments, and huge computing power for it. And they did it without the need for any of that.
And Kurt, they say that DeepSeek needed 2,000 chips. The OpenAI that we have has 16,000 chips.
Yeah, and again, it's computing power. So it's like somebody. I'm trying to get an analogy here. It's like they figured out how to power a train to move across the country with like one D-cell battery. I mean, they just really have advanced computing power as it relates to AI and language models. So this is a profound move forward. And the timing to me is suspicious because at the same time, it is what it is on a consumer level, right? It's a breakthrough. And on a technical level, it's a breakthrough. What does it mean economically? Look at the timing of this. This came out right now, just as President Trump takes office. And I'm sure it didn't happen overnight, but it was introduced literally on the day of the inauguration.
But what I think it does is unleash a lot of the AI executives who've been saying all along, there's too many guardrails on us, unleash us to compete. I know there's danger.
That'll be a very good thing from this. That'll be a very good thing.
That's what I got yesterday from the statements from Mark Andreessen and others.
Yeah, that's going to be a very good effect of this. The problem here, to put guardrails on may be smart, but it's also stupid because you're not going to be able to compete with China if you're holding people back.
But here's the problem. If China becomes the #1 source and they become leading in AI like they are in TikTok, look at some of the questions you could ask this artificial intelligence. Things like, what is Tiananmen Square? Who is President Xi? They can't answer these questions. I'm sure anything with Taiwan will be like, that is part of China. And Russia is right to invade Ukraine.
Censorship is big with DeepSeek. So it is in China.
Truth.
Well, it's in China. It is censored. That's the role of the government there is you don't talk bad about us, right?
Right.
I mean, it's a law. So they're complying with that law. But I can ask it who Brian Kilmeade is, and it gave me a pretty good answer that might be along the lines of what ChatGPT tells us.
Yeah, it just came out one word, genius. And I thought, wow, that's flattering. You won me. But the same thing is also with TikTok. If they want to, yeah, it's great. It's a great algorithm. It's entertaining. It also has a news feed that's going to be very pro-China. And I'm not comfortable with that.
Yeah, so here's a big difference in TikTok and DeepSeek. DeepSeek is open source, meaning they made it. Here it is. You can use it any way you want, and it's not tied back to servers like TikTok.
All right. Thanks so much, Kurt. Great to see you.
Hey,
so much more to talk about.
Cyberguy.com is a website where we got a story, by the way, Brian.
All right. We'll have that in a second. But
huge malware spread.
All right. Great. More Fox and Friends in a moment.